How's it going, guys? My name's Wilson. After the announcement of the Russell Westbrook-Chris Paul trade, we now have an idea of how we anticipate every team to be in the upcoming 2019-20 season. With all the superstars set with their new teams, the next big move will likely be CP3 looking to join a playoff caliber team. After the signing of Tyson Chandler to the Houston Rockets, there's still a couple potential impactful free agents left in the market. Here are 12 of the best 2019 NBA free agents still available. Jonas Jerebko. The 32-year-old averaged 6.3 points as a backup power forward for the Warriors last season. His best days are behind him. Wasn't much of a factor in the playoffs the last 2 years with the Jazz and Warriors, but can still knock it down from deep. Korver, who's been passed around like a pipe over the last month, from Utah to Memphis to Phoenix to being waived. The 38-year-old's on his last legs, but given 15 minutes of action, he's still as deadly as anybody from three. Averaged 8.6 points last season, was a useful bench player for the Jazz, took 72% of his shots from downtown last season and connected on almost 40% of them. Heading into his 17th year, the 6'7 sharpshooter still without a ring and will be looking to join a contender. Vince Carter, who announced he will be coming back for one final season, 22 years in the National Basketball Association, will become the first player to play in 4 different decades, but the question is, where will he go next? The 42-year-old played for 8 different teams, unlike other former stars who ages. Carter has yet to join a contender at the twilight of his career, seeking for an NBA title. Instead, spent time mentoring the young guys in Atlanta, Sacramento, spent 3 seasons in Memphis, 3 with Dallas, being on bad teams each of the last 2 seasons, playing less than 18 minutes a game. VC has been averaging single digits in scoring each of the last 5 seasons. If he wants to chase a ring, the Clippers, Lakers, and Sixers make the most sense. Perhaps he will return to the Nets for one last time. We all know his final days as an NBA player is ticking. If he plays more than 41 games next season, he'll surpass Dirk Nowitzki for third all-time in most career games played. Jamal Crawford, who became the oldest player in NBA history to score over 50 points in a single game last season at 39 years old, came off the bench, putting up almost 8 points a game, can still contribute in limited minutes. The Sixers, Heat, and Nets can be potential destinations for Jay Crossover. Jeremy Lin, the soon-to-be 31-year-old Linsanity days are far behind him, coming off an NBA championship with the Raptors, becoming the first ever Asian American basketball player to win a title in the National Basketball Association. Lin was very limited with Toronto last season, played a total of only 8 postseason games in garbage time, averaged 9.6 points in 19 minutes of action last regular season with the Hawks and Raptors. After many injuries, the 6'3" point guard won't be a guy to depend on playing more than 30 minutes. In search of a new team, although no squad has officially expressed interest, a return to the Charlotte Hornets makes the most sense, where he drives best on the open court with his style of play in a fast-paced system. The team's not going to be good anyway, but adding Lin can help them score more points, avoiding embarrassment from the lack of offense from the other role players for the Hornets. Joakim Noah, who bounced back a little bit with the Memphis Grizzlies, putting up 7.1 points, 5.7 rebounds in 16.5 minutes last season. He looked 100 times better last season than with his awful tenure with the Knicks. Got himself back in serious shape, will be 35 years old next February. I can see him come off the bench for a team like the Boston Celtics or even the Los Angeles Clippers to draw an extra body at DeMarcus Cousins. Lance Stephenson, who doesn't seem to fit anywhere besides the Pacers. The Lakers haven't re-signed him, having career averages of 8.6 points, 4.2 rebounds, 2.9 assists. The Brooklyn native, still only 28 years old, having disappointing stints in LA, New Orleans, Charlotte, and Minnesota. He should really consider going back to Indy and stay there for the rest of his career, but has been working out lately in Vegas. I have no doubt somebody will pick him up. Cheick Diallo, who turned 23 before next season, played 3 years with the Pelicans with averages of 5.5 points, 4.5 rebounds in limited action. The 6'9" power forward can provide a spark off the bench, can also play the center position, a potential steal at $2 to $5 million a year. Trey Burke, who rejuvenated his career a little bit with the Knicks, put up double digits in scoring each of the last 2 seasons. In 20 minutes of action, is a useful scorer coming off the bench, can create his own shot at times. Very surprising to see him still being available in the market. Will turn 27 years old in November. And of course, who can forget about Carmelo Anthony, who's been the laughingstock of the NBA over the last couple years. Although he can still put up solid numbers, His inefficiency combined with his lack of defense and play style with age doesn't fit in today's NBA. Former teammate Chauncey Billups said it best, that Melo is too prideful. Scoring 30 points a night, he would get upset if he scores 20 to 22 points and the team wins. But when he drops 36 and loses, he's trying to pick everybody up. A selfish indication of what Melo's about, a terrible sign. He did embrace coming off the bench last season with Houston, but it was simply too late. At 35 years old, he's more talented than most of these other free agents, but being a team player and committing to heavy sacrifices is a huge challenge. If Melo wants to accept playing 10 to 15 minutes a game on a good team, it's a heavy black mark that he's been available since January and still no offer from any NBA team. The real scary question is whether Carmelo Anthony will play in the NBA ever again. Justin Holiday, who's a solid shooting guard with averages of 10.5 points, almost 4 rebounds a season ago. The 30-year-old was traded from the Bulls to Memphis in the middle of last season, where a week ago, the Lakers, Clippers, Bulls, Raptors, Pacers, Wizards, Hornets, and Cavs were interested, where Memphis is open to a sign and trade, but no progress has been made as of yet. He's a guy who can put up numbers on a bad team, but will get limited playing time on a good one. Honorable mentions include Pau Gasol, Ryan Anderson, Thabo Sefolosha, Kenneth Faried, Jonathan Simmons, and Iman Shumpert. What other NBA free agents do you believe will be signed before the start of next season? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I love all of you. See you next time.